I know that I've got Trish Harris coming after me, and we've got David Lowe, and we've got Brett Melky, and everyone seems to have covered all the angles. And so I thought to myself, what's my audience actually going to be today? And then I realised that all of you out there today are actually already converts. You already understand that on a multitude of levels, breed-specific legislation doesn't work. So, do I come up here and I say the same old things, the fact that there are no statistics to back it up, the fact that judging a dog on how it looks, trying to decide how it's going to behave based on how it looks is just crazy? Do I give you all this, the same old rhetoric that, no offence, but when we ran a rally 12 months ago, you've already heard me say all this stuff? Or do we take a new tact and we talk about what you guys that are here can take home from today? What I came up with maybe everyone doesn't like, but I'm going to say it anyway and we'll see how we go. So the first thing that we need to understand, guys, I would just like you to try this on. If you don't agree with me, that's fine. But I would like you to try on this considered opinion that I have, and that is that the reason the breed-specific legislation has been allowed to go through is, well, for starters, the first batch of it was a resounding success, and I would argue that right now, as it stands, breed-specific legislation is a resounding success. It's a very successful piece of legislation for the government. Now, I can see pretty much everyone's face, everyone wants to punch me right now for saying that, but the reality is that it has been very effective because this legislation was only ever designed to make the public feel safe. Does everyone get that? Everyone's picking up what I'm putting down? It was only ever meant to make someone feel, Joe Bloggs, feel safe. That's not what legislation is supposed to be about, because the major stakeholder is you, the rate-paying public, the tax-paying public. Politicians are supposed to represent us collectively, and legislation is supposed to be in our best interests, not the best interests of politicians. Rushing through amendments to and strengthening of breed-specific legislation, changing the amnesty length so that they cut another year off it roughly, that only served the politicians and gave the politicians the ability to slap each other on the back around morning tea and, you know, suck up the love from